Most men chase, most men beg, most men lose her because they don't understand one truth. You're not supposed to make her love you by force. You're supposed to make her feel your absence so deeply that she aches to come back. This isn't about playing games. It's about mastering yourself so profoundly that your very silence becomes unforgettable. When a man moves with purpose, when he speaks with restraint, when he vanishes with dignity, he becomes the echo she can't silence. He becomes the thought that lingers when no one else is around. This is Stoic attraction, rooted in self-respect, discipline, and mystery. Not manipulation, but mastery. If you've ever wondered how to make a woman miss you without losing your soul in the process, then stay with me, because I'm about to give you 10 ancient, battle-tested ways to make her miss you so badly, she won't even know why. Let's begin. 1. Withdraw with purpose. The Stoic man does not cling. He knows presence loses power when overused. Just as the sun is more revered after rain, so too is the man who is not always within reach. Refrain from chasing her shadow. Silence, distance, and restraint awaken longing. When she expects a message and finds none, she begins to wonder. When she expects your presence and receives absence, she begins to feel. Do not avoid her with hatred. Avoid her with discipline. Control the urge to be ever available. Let her thirst for your presence in your dignified absence. The Stoic does not disappear out of bitterness, but out of principle. His distance is not punishment, it is power. A man who knows his worth does not beg to be seen. He lets the absence of his energy do the speaking. A woman cannot crave what is always available, and cannot admire what is constantly offered. The less you try to convince her of your value, the more she is forced to evaluate it herself. Your presence must become sacred, not common. Let her feel the hollow space where your voice used to echo. Let her remember the weight of your stillness, the depth of your silence. True longing only emerges when the soul feels the shift, when your presence turns into memory, and when that happens, you no longer have to chase. She will come searching for what was once so certain, now beautifully uncertain. 2. Pursue your mission. The man devoted to purpose does not drift toward distraction. He is grounded in the fire of his ambition. A woman is drawn to a man who belongs to something greater than her. When your life is full of movement, growth, and self-mastery, your energy becomes rare and valuable. Time spent with her becomes a privilege, not an obligation. The world respects a man building an empire. She will miss you when she sees that empire rising. Stay busy but not noisy. Let your discipline echo in your silence. She will wonder where you are and who you're becoming. A man on his mission carries a different kind of gravity. He moves through life with a quiet urgency that makes even his silence magnetic. When your schedule is full of purpose, when your mind is focused and your steps are deliberate, she notices, even from a distance. Your time becomes sacred, your presence an earned experience. This is not about ignoring her. It's about placing your mission above momentary comfort. She'll see that you're not waiting on her texts. You're building something timeless. And the paradox is this. When she sees that you do not need her, that's when she starts to want you. Because a man who answers to his mission above all else becomes the kind of man a woman doesn't forget. Because he doesn't stop to be remembered. He simply becomes unforgettable. 3. become a presence in her mind. The Stoic understands timing and silence. Leave her with a final word before the night consumes her thoughts. A calm, confident message in the evening becomes a seed planted in her dreams. You do not need to beg for her attention. Just guide her thoughts gently toward you. Do not overdo it. Speak not to impress, but to remain. The mind, like the heart, holds on to what lingers. Let your energy speak after you've gone. Let her fall asleep thinking of you and awaken with your name still echoing. The Stoic man leaves impressions, not noise. He understands that what is felt in stillness is more powerful than what is spoken in desperation. A simple message at night, sent not with fear but with calm intention, becomes an anchor in her mind. You don't need to flood her with words. Just one carefully chosen line can echo in her soul. Sleep well, said in confidence, weighs more than paragraphs of needy affection. And then you vanish. No follow-up, no desperate double text, just silence and poise. While others clutter her phone with attention, you become the man who respects her mind and protects his own. And when the lights go off and the noise fades, you remain, the quiet presence that lingers long after the world goes silent. 4. Leave a symbol behind. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "What remains of a man is not what he had, but what he gave." A small gift, thoughtful, not flashy, can carry the essence of your presence. Something she touches or sees often becomes a reminder of who you are. It whispers to her even when you are gone, not for manipulation, but as a token of a man who sees, remembers, and acts with meaning. She will smile when she sees it, but more importantly, she will miss the man behind it. And yet, the true power of a gift is not in the object itself, but in what it awakens. A bracelet, a book, a worn-in hoodie, each becomes a vessel of your energy, your scent, your stillness. These tokens, when chosen with care, hold memory like flame holds heat. They live quietly in her space, igniting reflection long after you've gone. It is not extravagance that moves her. It is intimacy disguised in simplicity. She may clutch it during silence, smile at it during sadness, or simply pause when she sees it. In that pause, you return, not as a man begging for her attention, but as a presence too powerful to fade. When your symbol lives with her, so do you, and few things haunt the heart more than a man who gave meaning without asking for it back. 5. Be playfully dominant. Stoic strength does not equal Stoic boredom. Life is to be lived with joy and challenge. Tease her, lightly oppose her, remind her she's not in control. Speak with brevity, not coldness. Flirt with poise, not desperation. She doesn't want a servant, she wants a sovereign. Be the man who walks the line between danger and delight, the one who makes her laugh while keeping her on edge. This is not about pretending, it is about being whole, joyful, free, powerful, and in that, unforgettable. A man who cannot tease is a man who takes himself too seriously. Playfulness is not weakness, it is confidence unshaken by ego. When you challenge her with charm, when you flirt with discipline, you awaken her feminine essence. She wants to feel your strength, but in laughter, not just in silence. When you disqualify her lightly, when you make her work for your attention, she leans in with curiosity and hunger. But know this, true dominance lies in emotional control, not loud arrogance. You must be like fire, warm enough to draw her close, wild enough to demand respect. Speak with authority, but smile like you know the game. She may not say it aloud, but she'll feel it in her bones. This man can lead, protect, and provoke, and that is unforgettable. 6. Embrace mystery. Do not give away all your pages before the story is told. A Stoic knows the power of privacy. Let her wonder where you go, what you think, and what stirs your soul. Be open in character, but closed in routine. A man whose mind is a puzzle becomes irresistible to a curious heart. She will try to solve you, decode you, understand you, and in doing so, she will think of you constantly. Make her curious, and you make her invested. Mystery is not secrecy, it's sacred restraint. A Stoic man understands that when he speaks of everything, he diminishes his essence. Let her ask questions you don't fully answer. Let her wonder why you smiled at nothing, or where your mind wanders when you're silent. Be a presence she feels, but cannot fully grasp. In a world where most men overshare to seek validation, your discretion becomes rare and magnetic. The moment she feels she's figured you out, pull back. Not to confuse, but to reawaken wonder. There is a sacred art in being known, but not completely. And a man who remains partially veiled becomes the obsession of every woman who craves depth. Not because he hides, but because he values what is not for everyone. 7. Be excellent in the bedroom pleasure. When given without ego becomes power. A man who knows how to please yet remains detached is rare. You must be present, skilled, and generous. Give her experiences that awaken her body and confuse her spirit. Let her walk away dazed, not just by sensation, but by your depth, timing, and restraint. Then pull back, disappear for a while. She will miss you not just for the act, but for the command and clarity with which you gave it. Pleasure, when given without ego, becomes power. A man who knows how to please yet remains detached is rare. You must be present, skilled, and generous. Give her experiences that awaken her body and confuse her spirit. Let her walk away dazed, not just by sensation, but by your depth, timing, and restraint. Then pull back, disappear for a while. She will miss you not just for the act, but for the command and clarity with which you gave it. And here's the deeper truth. She doesn't crave the climax. She craves the man who led her there. The man who took control with calm hands, steady breath, and focused eyes. The man who didn't need her, but chose to unlock her. She won't just remember how you touched her. She'll remember how you took your time. That masculine stillness, the slow, intentional rhythm, will haunt her when she's lying alone, wondering when she'll feel it again. 8. Listen more than you speak. The Stoic knows that people reveal their souls to those who remain silent. When she speaks, be still. Give her space. Let her feel heard, understood, and safe. You need not say much. Let her fill the silence with stories, emotions, and secrets. The more she speaks around you, the more she will bond with you. And when you are gone, she will feel that absence not as a silence, but as a missing sanctuary. The Stoic knows that people reveal their souls to those who remain silent. When she speaks, be still. Give her space. Let her feel heard, understood, and safe. You need not say much. Let her fill the silence with stories, emotions, and secrets. The more she speaks around you, the more she will bond with you. And when you are gone, she will feel that absence not as a silence, but as a missing sanctuary. She will come to associate your presence with peace. In a world full of noise, you're the rare man who doesn't interrupt her rhythm. Your stillness calms her chaos. Your eyes read her deeper than her words. Most men listen just to reply. You listen to understand. And that makes you sacred in her mind. When you're gone, it's not just your voice she misses. It's the feeling of being understood without judgment. That rare feeling, it doesn't fade. It echoes. 9. Balance kindness with boundaries. Do not be cruel. Be noble. Treat her as a guest in your kingdom, with warmth but not submission. Do not allow disrespect. Do not tolerate manipulation. Speak with calm authority, and she will respect you even when she tests you. A woman misses not just sweetness, but strength wrapped in grace. When she feels seen, cherished, but never allowed to cross the line, you become the man who lingers in her soul. Do not be cruel. Be noble. Treat her as a guest in your kingdom, with warmth but not submission. Do not allow disrespect. Do not tolerate manipulation. Speak with calm authority, and she will respect you even when she tests you. A woman misses not just sweetness, but strength wrapped in grace. When she feels seen, cherished, but never allowed to cross the line, you become the man who lingers in her soul. Why? Because boundaries amplify value. A man who loves without losing himself becomes unforgettable. She may be drawn to softness, but she's anchored to strength. If you say no with firm kindness, she won't forget it. If you walk away when disrespected, she'll reflect on it. Your refusal to tolerate disrespect becomes more magnetic than any compliment. She will test you again, but this time with admiration, not because she wants to win, but because deep down she respects the man who won't be moved. 10. Use visibility with strategy. The Stoic does not brag, but he does not hide. Let your life be seen without explaining. Post your victories, your peace, your joy, your solitude. Let her see you enjoying life without her. Not for revenge, but for truth. A powerful life lived unapologetically makes her pause. He doesn't need me, she will think. And that very thought will make her need you, not because you asked, but because you didn't. The Stoic does not seek attention, but he knows the value of being seen. Visibility is not vanity. It is a quiet reminder that you exist, that you're evolving, and that your life is moving forward. Post not for her, but for yourself. Share your stillness, your discipline, your joy with the world, not with words, but with presence. When she sees you traveling, training, laughing with others, or walking alone through life with calm certainty, she will feel something shift, not jealousy, but longing. She'll realize the man she once knew is now becoming a man the world notices. No captions needed, no explanations given. Just moments, powerful, subtle, undeniable, of a man who does not beg for her gaze but receives it anyway. It's not the noise that makes her miss you. It's the fact that you're still rising and she's no longer beside you. A woman doesn't miss the man who clings. She misses the man who stands still while the world chases him. The Stoic man doesn't manipulate emotions. He commands his own. He doesn't act out of fear of losing her. He moves from the certainty of never losing himself. These 10 ways aren't tricks. They are reminders that your energy, your time, your attention, they are sacred. And when you treat them as sacred, the world and women begin to treat you that way too. So let her feel your absence. Let her wonder where you've gone. And when she realizes what she lost, she won't just miss you, she'll remember you. Not as a man who begged for her, but as the man she couldn't replace. Stand firm, stay grounded, be remembered.